Creative music has developed a revolutionary method of enabling keyboard musicians to quickly harmonize a line of notes with infinite chord changes. Imagine being able to play a different chord on every single melody note. Whether or not it's gospel, jazz, contemporary, this system is such that no two musicians will come up with the same resulting harmonization. This course and instructional method is different than any other course on the market. In fact, we have a patent pending in the U.S. Patent Office on our system and our chords, and the technique on how we came up with the chords. Our goal at Creative Music is to get you, the musician, playing those really soulful and gospel and jazz chords today, not next week. It doesn't matter how much experience you have or whether or not you can read music. Day one, when you open our course, you'll be playing those hard-hitting chords that you have been yearning to be able to play. Just as a quick example of one of our chords, take a peek or play this one on your keyboard. The notes are F, B, E, and A flat. And to give it that spice, put a G in the bass. That's a G7 flat 9, add 6. Like I said, the chords in our course are not those typical major and minor chords. These are the chords you want to hear and have in your music. Here's another one. Let's look at this one. This is a B13 flat 5. Like I said, these are the chords that you want to hear and play in your music. And when you get our course, you're going to be playing these chords day one. Like I said, this is different than any other course out there on the market. This is not a course where there are songs or progressions for you to memorize, because we don't have that in this course. There are no songs. There are no progressions for you to memorize. That's because we're going to let you choose your own music, your own song, and apply our patent pending technique to your song and come up with your own harmonization. A lot of other courses out there in the market, it's just an exercise in memorizing the song. Here are the chords. I'm going to call out the note, and you just memorize these routines, these progressions, and eventually you'll be able to put them together. But why would you want to play a song that someone else played? Suppose you want to play your own song. Now you're lost. We have a step-by-step system that you can apply to any piece of music. Our course consists of over 7 volumes of over 1,000 pages of step-by-step details on how you can take any piece of music of your choice, and on day one, you'll be adding those pretty chords to your songs. Those chords that you want to hear. Like I said, this is currently patent pending in the U.S. Patent Office, so we have a lock on this technique. I have a degree in computer science, and I spent years designing these chords. These are not those typical chords, just chords on cards. These chords are very different. In fact, like I said, we have over 12,000 chords in our course, and they're all detailed on these cards, which are part of our course. These chords lay out the chords note by note. So all you have to do is do a little searching on what note you want to harmonize on, find the chord, and find one that is of your liking. Like I said, you can do this day one. You'll be playing chords, those soulful and gospel chords. Everything in our course is based on number. Every scale has 8 notes, and they're all the notes in the scale are numbered 1 through 8. For example, in the D flat scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All you need to do in this course is identify the note that you want to harmonize on. Go to the deck of cards and pick one of the many different chords, possible chords, to harmonize on the particular melody note. It's just an exercise in matching the note to the chord. And like I said, it doesn't matter how much experience you have. There's no music reading necessary in this course. All you need to do is to be able to just pick out a melody. If you can do that, we'll take you to the next step and tell you how to add those chords to your melody. Just as an example, take the tune, the first phrase of the song, Blessed Assurance. Every one of those notes you can harmonize on with a different chord. For example, let's take this A flat note and you wanted to find out what the chord is for that A flat note. All you have to do is to go to your deck of cards, the big giant deck of cards, and find the note that matches the melody note. They're all organized by melody notes. For example, here we have that A flat note on top, so that's a possible chord that you can use to harmonize on that A flat note, and you can do this for every single note in the song, so you can have a different chord. So here it is, day one. All you have is a melody, and you need to know what are the chords that go with the melody. Like I said, here's the A flat note. Find the card that matches the A flat melody note on top, and that's a possibility. Let's take a look at this first example and see how this first possible chord sounds. And I'll just harmonize on that last note. Sorry. That's a possibility. If you don't like that one, like I said, there's lots of possibilities that all have that A flat note on top. You can play around with these cards. These are like Lego building blocks, so you can put them together and no one will come out with the same harmonization as you. This will be your own personal creation. Let's just hear some of these different possibilities that have the A flat on top. Let's hear the first one that we introduced in the beginning of the video, that G chord. Okay, that's a possibility, as along with that C chord. Okay, another possibility is this F. 7 sharp 9 sharp 5. That's a possibility. Let's hear it. Okay, that's a possibility. Another possibility is this B 13 flat 5. Like I said, there are possibilities for every possible bass note. Here's another possibility, a D7 sharp 9 flat 5. So you'll be able to get that sound and customize it to your own style. You're not going to be locked into what you heard someone else do. But let me just say that everything in our course is enharmonic. What I mean by that is we have the simple spellings for all the chords. It may not be the official spelling that you may get from music school, because we feel that theory kind of bogs you down, and that's not important in getting you to the end result of actually playing. For example, everything in our course is referenced by flats. So in the key of D flat, for example, this note right here is a G flat, not an F sharp. Now, like I said, we don't bog you down with all the complicated theory whether or not some note is a B flat or an A sharp. That's not important. No matter how much experience you have, whether or not you're a professional or not, we all know what you're talking about. We all can play the note B flat or A sharp. Let's not get bogged down with the semantics and the theory of what it really is, because that's not going to help you with the end result of actually putting your fingers on the note and playing it today. If you want that official formal theory, you can get that later, but we want you to play today in this course. Day one, start playing those hard-hitting chords. Let's take a look at another example. Here is a card here with an E flat minor 11. The A flat's on top. Let's hear that one. That's a possibility. The fun really starts when you start mixing these up and playing them in sequence, like a transition, so that, like a little cycle. So that, for example, let's hear how it sounds when we play a couple of these chords on that single note, and you'll get beautiful, very beautiful chord changes. In fact, like I said, the order doesn't matter. let's just go in the order of cycle of force and just pick bass notes and just pick the chords from the cars and see how it sounds when we go in that order. So let's start. The first one is going to be some sort of a D chord, the one we just looked at. So here we go. D, G, C, F, B flat. They all had that A flat on top. I just made changes based on what's on the cards, so that while you're laying on a note, you don't have to just hold it. You can start to make those beautiful changes, and these cards enable you to do that quickly because everything is laid out in a picture. All you need to do is match the melody note, put it up here, lay it out on your instrument, shuffle around, get the sound you want. You can't make a mistake. That's why I'm saying these are not just plain chords on cards. Like I said, I have a degree in computer science. I spent years designing and modeling and coming up with a proprietary algorithm on how I can come up with a system where all these chords kind of fit together like Lego building blocks. You can't put them together in a wrong sequence. You can't. It's just impossible. So we can go right from that E flat to another D flat. That's here on these cards here. D flat 6-9, F, B flat, E flat, A flat. Like I said, you can make a transition from any chord to any other chord, and it's going to sound good with this system. It can't be any simpler. Like I said, day one, take any piece of music, match up the melody note with the chord in the system, find one that you think sounds nice, and you're going to come up with something that is uniquely you. Day one, like I said, you don't need to read music. Look at the pictures and match up the notes. You'll have a lot of fun with this course. Like I said, it will be your adventure in harmony.